All right, there we go. Good evening, ladies and germs. I am a little bit flustered here because I just came off of one stream and I'm coming into another. And I thought that intro was slightly longer, but it is not. I have sent the link to Enrique, and Enrique will be joining me tonight. A couple of things I should mention first. I thought it was going to be noisy because there is work being done on the unit directly above me, but they seem to have stopped. Thankfully, because it's after 9 o'clock now, and nobody should be doing anything like that in a public apartment building after 9 o'clock. Second thing I wanted to point out, which I pointed out last week, and I will point out again, is this huge monstrosity growing off my face. I'm sure everybody's wondering, like, who the hell punched you in the eye? Nobody punched me. This is a type of sty called a chalazion. I can't get rid of it. I can't keep waiting week after week. It is going down. It's actually smaller than it was last week, even though it looks absolutely hideous. But it is going away, and I'm hoping by next week it'll be gone. I have to pick up some medication for it, and it doesn't hurt. It's just a little bit itchy. It's just there, and I have to wait for it to actually drain on its own. And it's just taking forever for it to do that. So with that out of the way, we have Mr. Enrique on here. Let's bring him in. There we go. Hey,
what up?
See you. Let me see if I can just get your audio up here a little bit.
Hello.
There we go. How you been?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what has been going on. I mean, obviously the Photoshop thing. I'm moving away from that. I was gonna tell you about that during this.
Didn't want to actually talk to you about that.
Yeah, I lost my connection to the free suite. You know, like my friend who works at a school is no longer gonna have me. Basically, okay. So what happened was the school had Adobe everything, right, for the students.
Right.
It's like a private school, and it's funny because the first time they started pulling away from it was that scandal that we talked about, you know, when they were gonna take the rights to whatever you're working on, anything.
Oh, okay.
funny.
Yeah.
So the school stopped using it kinda around there. They already kind of started trying to phase it out. And then because they don't want all the student stuff to be used to train AI, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so basically now they're 100% going to get rid of it, and I had like 2 days notice to have to change out everything. But it's pretty hard because like I've been using I've been using Premiere to edit. I've been using Photoshop, all that stuff for like 16 years. So it's like now I have to really take this stuff seriously. So I'm using something else for editing right now. I'm using this thing for editing called I think it's called Hit Movie or something like that. It's called Hit Film. Yeah, it's like free software. It's pretty good so far. So I like that. And then as far as Photoshop goes, I haven't found. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, Hit? I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's free. It's like a free editing software. I guess I'm aiming at free right now. And then the other one I'm looking at is I'm using Photopea for kind of the editing for like my thumbnails, like kind of like it's like a Photoshop ripoff, but it's not for painting or anything.
Okay, all right. I thought maybe you'd try and jump on something like Krita or something like that. That's free. So.
I'll try Krita, but Krita looks like it's more for like painting. I think for painting, I'm just gonna stick to Procreate, stuff like that. As far as that goes.
If you don't, I mean, are you looking for completely free?
For now.
Because I do really recommend Clip Studio. If you're really looking for something that's geared for artists, Clip Studio.
Yeah, somebody recommended that to me too. Clip Studio. And how much is that? You said like it's pretty
depends
cheap.
on if you're getting the package for the desktop or if you're going to get it for the desktop and the iPad. That's that's more of a monthly sort of a subscription thing. But if you want just your desktop and you're okay with that, I'll have to double check what that is. And it's not expensive at all. It's like $30-$40. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
Or Affinity. I have like 3 of them. I have that. I have Affinity Photo, and I have Pixelmator. So between those 3, I have everything covered.
Oh, nice. You said Pixel. Wait, is that the free? Is that the free one also? Or no? There's another one I'm using.
No, that also costs. It's about the same as Affinity Photo. It's in around the same. or a
Okay,
3D scanner rather. So
I'm also using Pixelator or some shit like that. I can't remember. Pixeler, I can't remember. It's a
oh,
free it's a free clone also, but it's not very
okay,
good. I didn't like it so far, but we'll
all
see.
right.
But yeah, I'm just replacing one thing at a time. The main thing's the editing. That's the main thing, and that's why I went straight for this
The
the
editing,
editing
oh
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, because I have to edit videos. Like I have to edit like what 15 YouTube videos a week or
Yeah.
something lately. So
Everybody's been jumping on DaVinci, so that's the big editor that people seem to like for free. So
you know what? I was gonna use that, but my computer can't handle it. My computer
really,
is yeah, my desktop is the driver is just not new enough, and I'm like, "Ugh, I don't want to buy a new computer right now. I
yeah,
will eventually I will, but right now I'll just use this other one that's so far pretty good. So far. So we'll
okay.
see. But
All right.
yeah, that's
I
a
don't
big
know.
rabbit.
I'm always excited when somebody jumps off of
I
Photoshop.
know. You know what pisses me off the most is I just downloaded this thing called Adobe Character Editor and it looked
Mhm.
really cool and I was gonna start playing with that, but now it's like, oh shit, I only downloaded that and 2 days later they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna shut down everything. We're gonna
Jeez.
get rid of all of it. I was like, fuck. Now I'm probably looking at the Toon Boom or what do you use for animation? I haven't
Oh,
bought the Procreate one yet.
yeah,
Um,
Procreate Dreams. I haven't had a chance to play with it, but what little I've done, I really like it. I just have to
okay.
get back on it and start using it again. But yeah.
How much is that? $10 or something?
See, the problem is it's Canadian. It's all Canadian numbers, and I think it was. I want to say it was a little more than Procreate. So for me, I think it was like 25, but you it's probably less than that. It might be 15, 20.
Let me check it out. I was
Yeah,
gonna look at it right now. Procreate
yeah.
Dreams.
It's always
I'll
more
just buy it
expensive
right
for us.
now.
Hmm?
I'll just buy it right now, probably. Procreate Dreams. Ready for the iPad, and it is $20. Okay, yeah, I'll
Oh,
download that now.
25 for me. So yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna purchase that right now, actually.
Mhm.
How have you been?
Um,
What's the thing in your eye, by the way? Did you get a black eye?
I was actually just talking about it before you jumped in. No, unfortunately, this is just it's a type of sty. It's called a Colossian. I've been getting them on and off for years. They're usually a lot smaller though. This one's just particularly for some reason has gotten out of control, and
Oh well.
it's just they're itchy. I just have to wait for it to drain and go down. It will go away. I've seen a doctor. I can pick up a prescription for it. I was hoping to maybe
Mhm.
just induce it, but it's not doing anything. So I can pick up something. It's just an extra $35 I didn't want to spend, but I might have to though, just so I can get this thing off my face. So, but yeah, it's just
Oh,
it's just been an irritant, is all it is. So, but they're harmless for the most part. It's just I just have to wait for it to drain.
okay, nice. They
So
don't drain
yeah.
it. They don't syringe it out or anything.
No, they could, but it's better just to let it drain on its own. It'll drain from the inside out, unfortunately. But yeah, it's what it is. You have nerve endings that go back and that go through your eyelids, right? And I've
Mhm.
gotten at some point in my life, I've gotten something in my eye, and it's damaged the nerves in the eye, and it causes a little bit of a blood clot, and it just sort of builds up, and it does
Oh,
get
wow.
a little bit pussy and it gets a bit gross. So that's why it swells up like this. So a lot of water and fluid in there. So, but unfortunately, because the nerve endings are damaged, they can always come back, right? And they
Mhm.
do. It'll clear up. It'll go away for a while, and maybe a year or so later, I'll get it again. So, but all I can do is keep putting heat. I have to keep putting heat on it, like a
Hmm.
hot face cloth. I have to put on it for a while. That's all you can really do to help induce it. But it's been this one's just been hanging out for a week now. So,
Oh damn.
but
Well,
yeah.
I was. Well, sorry. Another thing. It
Mhm.
felt like all on the same day, everything was going as far as the programs were going bad. Because like all of a sudden, I can't edit, and then you know what I mean. I lose Photoshop, all that stuff right at once. Then my phone just randomly decides to start to break. Like it just starts to I've been going live on Facebook. I've been going
Oh,
live on Facebook for a couple days, and then
mhm.
it started. This staticky sound will come out, and it will not go away. And I went,
Really?
"It's not physical. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it
Mm.
just felt like the phone was finally breaking because it's not software, and I got it checked, and they were gonna like replace something, and I was just like, ah. So felt like everything. I was like, so I couldn't go live at all
Mhm.
because it would just have this huge static sound. So I couldn't. It felt like I couldn't do nothing. So I had to like replace. I replaced my phone today, by the way. So
Oh, did you? Okay.
uh,
All right.
yeah, I got a deal from Verizon, so I can like do a trade in, but it was like a massive trade in where it's almost free. Like, so I was like, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
What kind did you get again?
I got an iPhone. I've always had iPhone. I have an iPhone 15 now. I used to have an iPhone
Ooh,
11.
nice. All right.
Yeah, more space, stuff like
Yeah.
that. I haven't.
Yeah.
I literally got it like an hour ago, so I wouldn't even like.
Oh shit. Okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna say, the funny thing is, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at you, and like your image is so crisp, super
oh,
crisp. And I'm looking
okay.
at mine, like I don't know if you can see the difference. I'm like completely washed out. And I thought I
Mm,
had this. I have improved the image quality a bit because I bought lights because I'm
mm,
using a Logitech Brio, which is
mm.
supposed to be one of the best
I
webcams
have
on the
that.
market. But I look so bloody washed out, but yours is like super sharp, like the shadows and color and everything looks really good. I don't know why I look so horrible on this right now.
It might be the camera. It might be the connection. Sometimes for me, my picture's blurry randomly, and it's my
It's
connection.
not
But I don't
it's
know.
not blurry. I just look washed out. It's
Yeah.
I think it is just the quality of the camera. I think it's just not as good
Mm,
as the iPhones, the iPhone quality. I eventually would like
yeah.
to get my good Nikon set up here and or Nikon, I guess you say in the US, but
Mm,
get that set up and hooked up properly. But I have to buy some extra attachments for it to
yeah.
get the clean video out or whatever they call it, HDMI out.
I
And
remember. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember trying like videos with my good camera, right? Like I have a Nikon also or something like that. I can't remember. It's a good camera and it has a lot of good quality, but like every file's gigantic and it was just too hard to like edit on a daily basis like that for me. So I had to
okay.
just, even on see maybe next time I'll look crummier because I usually change the settings on the camera so that the file, like the camera, well, that's only I guess if you capture the image. Because I know my old iPhone, I would capture a video and I'd be like, oh, dang, the video looks great, but the file's gigantic, and I'm like, let me just whittle it down because I'm just drawing on a
Yeah,
desk, you know.
yeah,
So I put
yeah.
yeah, so yeah. Um,
You've been away for a few weeks though.
I've been away. What do you
Have
mean?
you? Were you? I thought you were on another trip
Trip?
or vacation, or just been because you've
What's
been
that?
kind of
I don't know.
busy.
I've been busy, but I don't think I've been away. Now let me
Oh, all
think.
right, okay. I
Yeah, I've been
thought
away.
I thought you were away on something, but just life, eh? So,
No, yeah, just life. I'm gonna go away though in a month. I'm gonna visit my cousin in Sweden, and I'm prepping for that. Like, yeah,
Sweden.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
I'm prepping
jealous.
for. Yeah, yeah. I'm prepping for that hardcore. I don't know, like, I don't know how
Oh,
close to get my hotel near my. My cousin lives out there, so I don't know how close to get it or not. I don't want to. He's offering his house, but like like the couch. But I don't know. I kind of want to like have my own space. You know what I mean? To wake
sure.
up randomly
Yeah,
whenever I want. So
you can do
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah,
what's up?
yeah. If you can, if you can get a hotel or something for that, yeah, why not?
I don't
Yeah,
want.
you can
I,
spread out
I,
a bit.
yeah, it's either be a hotel or I might just get a hostel because the hostels are so cheap and they're usually alone enough. Like
That's what I did in London when I went to England. I stayed for the last 3 or 4 nights in a hostel.
yeah,
I loved
yeah.
it. Yeah.
When I travel, I use hostels a lot because I mean I worked in one, so I'm very used to it. I mean I have to look at reviews still because there are some very gross hostels, so you have to look up
Hmm.
reviews. To not staying at a crummy one,
I was
but I'm
fortunate
sure.
the one that stayed in was really nice.
Yeah, okay. Good, excellent. Yeah. So we'll see, but I don't know if it's too far from him. So I'm just gonna talk to him more tonight, and then I'm gonna iron that
Mm.
out. Um, and then what else? I'm prepping for that. I don't know. There's always like little hangouts, like somebody's birthday, and they ask me to, because I'm usually the person. I'm like the glue that holds a lot of people together here. Because
Oh,
I'm pretty.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm very organized with my hangouts, etc. Like who I see
Mm.
people. I feel like if I disappeared, like four of my friends would never speak to each other again. Like
Right.
you just. I'm that guy. So when somebody's birthday comes along, it's like, okay, I have to remind everybody for their thing. So I'm that person, yeah. But
Yeah. I haven't been, I feel like a broken record. I haven't been able to do anything for whatever one reason or the other.
Adrian
My
Bug.
back went out for a week. I could barely move out of my bed.
Oh wow. Oh, I
It
saw
was,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I was in so much pain for a week. I'm still taking some meds just because it's a little better now. It's definitely better now, but man, I was unmovable. I can't do any. I can't concentrate on anything here because I've started doing work on the unit above me,
Mhm.
and it's been going like all day into the night. Like they're staying beyond the time they're supposed to.
Mhm.
They're not supposed to do anything after 7 o'clock, and they've been staying to like 8:30, 9 o'clock some nights. And I've been royally pissed off. The whole building is, and I won't go into all the details, but there's going to be some headbutting here because it's getting ridiculous. Nobody can do anything. They've been relaying new flooring, and the noise has echoed through the whole building to the point that nobody
Wow.
can do anything because it's just so bloody loud.
Mhm.
And I've had enough. Like everyone here has. We're just, and I know technically by law they're supposed to be done by 7, but they've been going after that, and the company's claiming, oh yeah, we can go later than that, and we know it's BS, and it's yeah. So
What do you? Was there legal recourse or no?
that's what we're trying to look into now because it's gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
Right, it's a big corporation now that owns the building. It used to be just an individual person, and she would have never done it. The unit was actually rent ready. The company, when the company bought it, they were just like, no, we need to kind of modernize this so we can charge more for it. The building doesn't offer anything. It's a 65-year-old building that has nothing in it. And yeah, I could start ranting on this because it's all just bullshit that's going on, and we're just fed up. So because of that, it's been hard to do anything in here. So between my back, my eye, this nonsense, just the weather has been shit, and I just it's either been too hot or it's been thunderstorming. So between it all, I just it's been difficult to get anything done. Again, I feel like a broken record because I feel like there's always constantly something. But yeah, I really want to get things off the ground. Like I had kind of plans in mind that to get things going for this channel, and I still have it all kind of laid out. I'd really like to just get it off the ground, but it's been near impossible to do that. Just something comes out of the sky on my head.
You can't lower your scope, like just do like so I can roll into like I've been doing TikTok a lot, so maybe you can do little tips on TikTok to get something.
Yeah, I started thinking about that. I was kind of trying to avoid that at first, and I've reached a point where it's like, you know what, I might maybe just have to do that for now to try and just do something, make some shorts that I can just put on everything. Just really
so you
super simple friggin' shorts that I can just put up to show that I'm doing something.
Right.
So that's just been But
I don't know what you find it easier to edit on TikTok or Reels or Shorts, or I don't know which one. I guess
it doesn't matter because I pre-shoot everything and then I just edit it. So it depends on if it's going on vertical video. Like if it's on Instagram or TikTok, I'll do it as vertical, which I can do with Final Cut Pro, which I have. And yeah, I do that. And no, I don't use CapCut. But if it goes on YouTube, I like doing horizontal video for YouTube. If I'm going to do a video, unless it's a really short, if it's under a minute and it's going to be part of their shorts, I'll just leave it as a vertical video. But I do kind of still prefer the horizontal longer videos. But for these other platforms, I'm going to do it on one or the other. I'll just do vertical. But I do like to pre-shoot it, edit it, and then upload it. So
right. No, it's good. I mean, if you okay, so that's easy then, yeah. Because like, what if I do something? The TikTok ones, I started just leaving for TikTok, and then what I used to do though was take you can download it off your own TikTok or whatever.
Yeah. You have the download option, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the thing I don't like about the download option is it'll have a giant sticker, like a what do you call that? Watermark all over.
Watermark on it. Have your name as his TikTok with your that's on there. That's why I don't shoot my video.
Yeah, I don't normally like those because it looks cheap and ugly. I think it looks cheap, and I have no idea if this is true, so don't quote me. But I heard if you put that on Instagram, that they will shoot it out to less people because they have a watermark of a different company. I heard that. I don't know if that's true.
I have no
idea.
I think YouTube would do the same thing, actually, but
maybe. But like, I mean, I don't have like take that with a grain of salt. I don't know for sure if that's
Yeah.
true, but what I was doing was you could download it without the watermark with a free website. I think it's called snaptic.app or something like that. If you just
Alright.
Google it, it's instant, and you just type in the little URL and you download it without
Hmm.
it. So I was like, oh wow, like you could download other people's stuff if you're using that. But it's really easy to Google, and it's fast. That's so funny because I was gonna jump off of TikTok because I just 2 years ago I thought I was gonna be banned. Right? I was like, oh, they're gonna ban this in the U.S. So
Still
why am
might.
I even gonna? Do you remember that whole thing? Or
It still
yeah,
might. They're still talking
it's
about
yeah,
that.
they've been talking about it nonstop. But I'm like, all right, I gotta make a move here. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to wait 3 more years and then be like, oh, because like I told you, that artist I told you about has that big audience. And I'm like,
Yeah.
he made it over the last couple of years, just posting every day because it's super easy. What I found out to just look in my sketchbook and think of a random idea, like a little tip or whatever, or redo an old tip with a different drawing, because
Right.
not everyone's watching every video on your channel, right?
Yeah.
And just kind of putting it out there. You put three, and then if you just do it, I've noticed the algorithm change drastically. So like in
Oh.
the big, well, not drastically. Let me pull it back. So in the beginning, I was getting like 150 views on every video, and
Hmm.
then like I don't know, like 2 weeks into it, everything was starting to just get like anywhere from 500 and 700 views every video. And then every now and then they'll have that. Have you seen that TikTok error where you'll get like 3 views, even though you have momentum, but for some reason
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what that
Yeah.
bug is. I had it yesterday, and then I just deleted those videos, and I did it today, and it's back to like I don't know, like 500 views or something, 400.
Mhm.
So it's kind of back to normal again. But I don't know what that bug is, and I've tried to look it up, and it seems like I can't find a good answer. But it's just something I have to live with. That every now and then, like every 10 videos or every 30 videos, something will happen. I should take advantage of some public domain. Sorry, you want to read that since you're live?
Oh, I can put that at 1 second. Somebody just messaged me. I just wanted to clear it. Hi Junebug, how you doing? Sorry, I had the chats thing closed and I didn't see it at first, but just taking advantage of some public domain characters. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot that's going on. Going into public domain now. Yeah.
Which
Cartoons.
ones?
Public domain. Public domain cartoons I can take advantage of. I'm actually looking for some material to show on live that I can when I start my Saturday show, I thought it'd be funny to sort of jump between takes with these little funny little clips from things. And I can't show movies because I was hoping to do a second segment where I could show a movie. But if even running a not royalty free, like a public domain movie,
Yeah.
you can kind of get dinged for that because they see you actually streaming a movie, and it doesn't matter if it's public domain or not. Sometimes they just jump on it. And,
Right. Did you ever, real quick, did you
yeah.
ever see that guy, happened like 2 years ago where he was posting like a fight, like a UFC fight, like a live event where you have to pay pay-per-view, so it's like
Right.
payments. And he would run it, but he would have like a video game controller in his hand, so he was pretending to play the video game, and that was
Oh, is that right?
yeah, that's how like I guess he didn't get
Is that
auto
how he got
blocked.
away with it?
He kind of got away with it. I think then they started
That's
blocking him, but
yeah.
but for a while there, it was like pretending to play the game, and it's like no, he's actually watching the real sporting event. Yeah, what else is that? I mean, cartoons like
Works for
Jam
entire
lineup.
lineup. Oh, all right. Wow, that's okay. That's good
Nice.
to know. I'll remember that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. Some Fleischer stuff I know. I think is public domain as well.
Mm.
I have to find out what exactly, but because I was somebody posting something, not to jump too far off topic, but this really actually fascinated me is Fleischer Studios, when they were making cartoons, they had a way of making these 3D backgrounds by instead of just having a flat, like Disney had the multiplanes, right? So they could move different levels. But Fleischer Studios made full 3D sets that were shot horizontally instead of downwards. And they would have these sets rotate or move. So, they'd have the cells set up flat in front, and they would change the cells in front, but they would line it up so it looked like it was walking through this moving set. It was brilliant. There's some old Popeye cartoons like that
Wow.
just fantastic. And a lot of really.
Hmm.
Really? I wouldn't have okay, I thought he had to wait a little longer for that one.
Was it like 80 years? I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah,
Copyright.
that's what I thought. Whoops. Almost the entire. Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't think like some. I thought maybe like Popeye or something like that might still be like untouchable, but
Popeye, isn't he made in like 1920?
it is. But I mean, there's still because they switched studios too, though. They
Oh.
MGM and yeah. I think like not Tom and Jerry. Was it Tom and Jerry? Were they originally Fleischer and then went to? I'd have to actually look up the history of that, but 95 years with what Unitunes, the Looney Tunes. What is this? The early ones before Bugs, Daffy. Oh, okay, all right. Some of the Daffy Ducks and Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig cartoons are also public domain. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, that might
just start running them nonstop in the background.
Yeah. Well, no, I sort of was hoping to like cut to like a little cartoon and then cut back to what I had this whole idea for the Saturday afternoon show that I really wanted to do. It was kind of a throwback to the old stuff I used to watch in the 70s. And I thought it'd be really fun to set up something a little different, but also incorporate drawing into it, right? I could take do like an hour segment of drawing and then show a little video clip or a movie. If I could do a movie, I could be in the corner, almost do like an MST3K kind of thing and just kind of, some commentary with the movie or something like that. So this was a whole idea that I was putting together.
Is that like a video or you're saying like a live?
It was live. I was planning to do this live.
Oh, wow.
Pre-recorded. Yeah. I have to pre-record some segments. Some segments I would have pre-recorded and then just time them in because you can do that with either I don't use OBS. There's an issue with OBS, but the other one that's sort of the knockoff.
I don't know. I was using OBS for a second. I don't remember.
Streamlabs. Yeah.
Streamlabs. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that here or no? Yeah, this is Streamlabs.
This is Streamlabs. This is their chat studio. Their Streamlabs program itself, which is free, is sort of a separate thing. But it's kind of a knockoff of OBS. It was just the same idea. But this is their talk studio. This is for doing like interviews like this, what we're doing.
I started going live on TikTok lately. I went live 3 times already.
But didn't even know that.
Yeah. When you go live is what is it? Oh, sorry.
Oh, Tom and Jerry. Sorry. Okay. All right. All right.
Interesting.
So it was MGM. That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I make a notification set. I should be seeing them. So yeah.
They made a Tom and Jerry movie, right? Like a la, like.
It was a really terrible Tom and Jerry movie.
Yeah.
Last year or the year before. God, it was. I'd watched 2 minutes of it. And I was like, I can't take this. This is terrible.
I never saw it. I almost forgot. Like as you could tell, I almost forgot it happened. I was like, I think
most people did. It was awful. Yeah.
But as far as live on TikTok goes, that was the first 3 times I ever went live for art related stuff, right? And when I went live before, it was just us being me and my friends hanging out, and everybody's drunk and they're just turning it on. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I remember that.
yeah, that was like 3 times. I love how you can go back and you can see all the lives. I love that part because I went through them lately. I don't know how long they last because some are from like last year, right?
Right.
And I went live for art, and because I was thinking I don't watch any live art. Like maybe that's just my algorithm, but I'm like, who's gonna care? I mean, about me just drawing, right? I have to do like a lesson or something. That's just like it's amazing how your brain is like your biggest enemy when you do that stuff. Because it went okay. There's definitely more people when I'm on earlier, like around. Oh, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
Okay,
I just
cool.
turned off my mic. There's my roommate's home. There's just a bit of noise. I'm going to turn off the mic while you're talking.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like, whoa. But yeah. Anyways, if I go live like at 1 or 2, my time in the day, it's way different than if I go live like at 6 p.m. I don't know why. I get way less at 6 p.m. and then I get way more like at 1 or 2, and then like people will kind of interact and I think that the problem I'm having with TikTok is I only want to go live for like 20 minutes. That's what I heard is recommended, like when you start. But you can tell it starts to build up. Yeah, it starts to build up over time. Like somebody, like one random person for every live I did of the 3, was already clicking, you know, the like button. I was like, oh, cool. I got somebody doing that. I got like 1,000 on one of them. And I was like, oh, cool. And then, you know, the more you do that, then, you know, you'll see like the number one live, you know, one person watching, and then it goes to three and one and three. And then it starts to go up a little bit. And then you're like, you know, so I was kind of like, I could tell that's going to be like a time thing. And I don't even know what the benefit is. So I'm trying to think of like where I want to guide them, you know? So
I've seen
I'm kind
people
of,
go live for like half hour to an hour. Even that, remember that
mm,
artist I was telling you about who does like the funny stories when he draws with the Copic markers, and he tells a little funny story with each one.
that's
But
pretty cool.
yeah, he does. He goes on there for a long time. So,
Let me write that down.
but
Funny story. Yeah, you
yeah,
told
I
me
can't
that.
think of his name. I'll have to find him again. I thought he had sent him to you, but he would do like it's kind of funny, like, oh, this little gentleman, and he draws a funny little octopus, and this little
Right.
oh, this lovely little lady, and she does this, and they have this, and he tells this really little, quick little thing about how the two of them are in love or something. So
That's
it's
entertaining. Yeah, that sounds great.
Caleb, how you doing? I usually pop into his, so it's nice to see him pop into mine. How you doing, Caleb?
Hmm.
He's also a pretty good artist. He's from Scotland.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You should go out and visit.
Yeah, I know. There was when I was there in London 2 months ago. I kind of thought of all these people that I know that are in England, but I never was able to actually see any of them. But
Mhm.
yeah,
You didn't try planning it out far out, like say, hey guys, you're gonna be there, you know.
yeah, just people were busy. It just kind of didn't kind of yeah. And I had different plans that fell through. Now I'm hoping to go back again though. If I can pull some shit together in the next few months, I'd like to go back.
Yeah.
I really want to go back.
Yeah.
But,
wait, what were we talking about live? You were talking about
yeah, the live telling the little stories and yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just trying to like I should have been that also, right? Is just going live. I'm like trying to form what I want to do as I'm doing it, kind of like you know, because the first thing was nerves, right? It's just like, oh, there's for a second there'll be like 50 people, and I'm like, oh, there's 50 people on here, and then I act weird. I don't know.
Weird
And I'm
when
like,
when people are looking at you.
yeah, for a second, and I know that stuff goes away the more you do it. I know that because I was going live on YouTube for a while. That felt different though. I think like TikTok sometimes tends to be trolly to me. Sometimes, not often, not often. Like not that I've done a bunch, but like YouTube, it's always respectful little kids. I don't know why. Like at least what I. It's always nice. It's always like, hey, you're awesome. Oh my god, can you do this every day? Like I was like, all right, and I did it every day for I don't know what, like 3 weeks. Then I'm like, all right, where is this going? But I guess a big part of this is getting them to like you. And I heard that I've just learned that in marketing a lot. Like I've heard it forever, and I'm kind of seeing it more and more. It's like they buy. You know, you ever heard that typical thing? They buy you, then they buy the product or something like that.
Yes, I've said that before myself. Usually people want to buy the artists more than the art. So yeah.
And I'm thinking about when I buy stuff, it's either usually because of that or their art is so insanely good that I want to buy it, you know? But it's usually one or the other, like where I'm like, he's a nice guy. He seems to it sounds like he knows what he's talking about and he seems very confident, you know, that kind of thing. I know I've thought that before and eventually bought something from people or supported them. While you're reading? Your sound is out. I cannot hear you.
Sorry, I switched it off there for a moment. Yeah,
okay.
In the background.
Sweet.
So,
see, look at Walt Disney example. I did Uncle.
We've got two conversations going.
No, he's right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No,
you're right. I usually. It's funny you mentioned that, Kalen, because I remember my mom was big on that. I can still hear my mom's voice saying that she never liked me watching anything where the host of the show talks down to children as opposed to talking with them. That's why she liked me watching Sesame Street. And there was a really popular Canadian show I used to like called Mr. Dress Up. That was a huge where he would put on a costume, and he'd also have a drawing segment on his show. Nice. That was really cool. And he, similar like what you do, he'd pull out a marker and just draw something right on the board. And I used to, but he was kind of our Canadian Mr. Rogers in a way.
Oh, nice.
They knew each other too. They were actually friends, but yeah, they.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he helped him start the Mr. Dress Up show.
It's pretty cool. How long did that last? Was it on for like 20 years or something?
Yep, you're right. Yeah. Oh, longer than that. I think even 30 years. Yep. Yeah, they
Oh,
were.
wow.
They helped. They came up to. They drove up to Canada together, so we could help get. I can't think of his name. I'm drawing a blank on the guy who was Mr. Dressa. Ernie Coombs. He was helping to get him started.
Mhm. Nice.
I think that's out already. Actually, Junebug. I think he did that. I think it's available to see already. But yeah,
Hmm.
I know there was one that was out. There was a special that was put out already for it.
Nice.
October. No, it's a different one. If it's a different one, I'll look for it. If it's out in October, maybe it was released in Canada already and it's coming to Amazon in October. But yeah, I know there was a documentary on him. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked on that.
Okay. Do you repost these are posted to YouTube, right? I forgot.
These lives?
Yeah. They've always been
Oh,
posted to
I
YouTube.
just leave them up. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just like, cause I thought I know I've gone back to one or two before. Yeah, because I think there's like a different line for live, right? Like there's a different category for live
Yeah,
on your page.
and I try to separate. Yeah, and in fact, I even make separate categories for it, and I've made playlists. So I have like the art block in one separate category on its own. So yeah.
Sweet. You should I don't know if you've already done it. You should go back and like splice out like 5-minute segments or something and put them as
Yeah,
videos.
I definitely, and I thought about doing that. I'd like to actually do that and make little shorts out of it. It just
Yeah, 'cause that's easier for me to share too.
yeah,
As
getting the
well.
time to do that. I mean, if you want to actually ever do that, you're welcome to do that as well. So yeah, if you want to throw that on yours, but I should.
I'm done with my mechanical issues. Yeah, when I figure out but yeah, eventually that'd be because I know other channels do that, right? They just take 10 minutes and they post it as a video as is. But yeah, I don't know. Eventually, I'm gonna work on another comic because we did a Kickstarter. I think yeah, it always works out. They always set the goal for very modest, like $2,000 or like $3,000 or something like that, and it made it. They printed it. I haven't got my copy yet. I'm supposed to get it this Saturday, like my physical copy, and then they're already starting the next one, and it's due in February. So I'm already looking at that, and I really want to get that comic out of the way now.
Yeah,
because I was up there. I was like right to the last minute on my other one, and there's stuff I didn't do in it that I wanted to do. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That'll be fun. It'll be funner this time because now I know kind of like I learned something from the other stuff. I'm not gonna say I know what I'm doing, but I know a little bit now. You know.
right.
Enrique, do you have any links to promoting your comic project?
Oh, that just popped up.
I do not. Let me see. Hold on. I have the old Kickstarter. Is that something? That's something, right? The old Kickstarter.
It might provide a link there if there's one there.
All right. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on. Accidental. Let me see if I can send it to Phil. Accidental aliens. Comic. Sorry, I'm gonna be a little quiet here as I'm looking for this.
Okay. Which one are you sending it to? Which account? So I can.
Let me see. What can I send it to? Are you on Facebook? Are you on my Facebook?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're
okay. Because Facebook's connected to my computer. Let me send it to your Facebook when I find it. I'm about to find it. Here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just keep talking. Well, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me just clear something that just came up. But yeah, actually something too. I don't want to jump. Oh, here Junebug posted something here. Well, another character that's going to go public domain in 2026 is the Shadow. All right.
The Shadow. Dang, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that's started as a radio show. You want to talk about a great comic book character to make the limelight? Yeah. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? Only the Shadow knows. Yeah.
I really want no offense to him, Warren Beatty to die so that Dick Tracy can they can. I don't know. I want to do
I don't know.
something
I know that's really means he has to die for that.
Well, I heard he owns the rights to it, and that isn't that true that he owns the rights? And he did something over COVID. He did some goofy Zoom as Dick Tracy just to maintain that character, right?
Oh, really? No, I don't know that.
That's what I had heard. I mean, I'm loosely saying stuff I remember, but Phil, I sent you the link through Facebook of the Kickstarter we just did. It's me. It's an anthology. It's a bunch of different little stories.
Okay.
Let me see.
So should I?
If you want to put the link there, maybe somewhere, maybe just in the chat or something, because that would be. I'm sure it gives like a way to actually physically buy the book now, even though the Kickstarter is over. Does he follow along?
But what does he say before? What we got is Dick Tracy 2027. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, dang. All right. Wait. So It has to be public domain, right? Because let me see, Dick Tracy. Who owns? Sorry,
Can I not copy that? Copy.
2027 is really soon. Wow, I want to see that cartoon series or something. I want to see Bruce Timm do a Dick Tracy series. Is he created? I'm sure.
I can't seem to stick it in the chat for some. Maybe I'll have to do it separately. He did. Yes, he did that to renew the copyright for time, but the Supreme Court has had 95 years as the cutoff. Okay.
Okay, nice, interesting. I
Um,
remember watching a YouTube video on that somehow. That people were like, well, not people, but people that remember who Dick Tracy was and care about it were like,
yeah.
why is there nothing of Dick Tracy since like that movie in was it like '92 or something? Can't remember.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember actually I didn't like it.
Well, I mean, I was in second grade. I might have liked it. I'd like to see it now, just because I don't remember it. 1990. Okay. Damn.
1990. Okay, yeah, that's.
I like the compositions of the shots from the screenshots I'm looking at, but I'm sure it was like a crappy movie. It's funny. What else happened?
I'm trying to see if I can get my live up here.
I see. Yeah, he did that.
In the chat here for some reason. I'm trying to get it up and I can't put it in the chat, so I'll have to do it.
Yeah, public domain. I'm afraid of public domain too, because everything's going to be like what, like the way Dracula is, right? They're just going to be like 100 different versions of everything. Like,
there we go. That might have got it up. There we go.
Sweet. I spelled my name right? Okay, cool. I thought I spelled my own name wrong when I signed it. To this chat.
No, the link showed up. The link was there. So
yeah, no, I see the link. So yeah, that link. It's an anthology. It's basically me and like what I think it's 6 other artists or 5 other artists. Can't remember. And then everyone does like a little story, but they put my story as the first story, and I was like, what? That's cool. I didn't know they were gonna do that. So it's right up front. The cool thing is I did not want to put dialogue. I am not a writer, and that's the first thing comic related I've ever done in my life ever. So, and then actually this next upcoming comic, I'm also going to do something without dialogue. And then if I do it again the third time, then I'll try take a shot. I'll take a shot at horrible dialogue and get like a friend to help me, or get like a mangled AI script and rewrite it. I don't know.
People are doing that.
Have you heard about the animation strike that's going on right now? I mean, obviously it's big.
I don't know the details on it. I heard something about it, but I don't know what.
Oh yeah,
Clears is all good.
Sure. Yeah. But I don't know how you're doing, but like I know for me and like social media, I'm just trying to post more in general and then kind of work my way up as far as like daily posts or like questions, like so they interact on Instagram or
posting that route. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm trying to write a list of things I'd like to do per day, and then if I get anywhere through it, it'd be nice.
I really kind of want to get my ass in gear. I'd like to see if I can start generating something with this, just because I've lost one of my part-time jobs, and which is the one here in this building. I don't know if I told you about that, but I was the sort of an unofficial assistant super here. Like I helped clean the building, take out the garbage bins, and we got a good reduction off our rent. So now that's gone. They took that away since.
I don't think you told me it was gone. You told me you did that job, but I didn't know.
Yeah, got rid of it. So now I have to pay a lot more in rent. So I need to somehow scrape together another couple $100 a month to try and keep ahead again. So which was good. I was doing really well for a while. That's why I took that trip to the UK, because I was ahead of the game, and I just thought, okay, I just keep going, and part of that went on my credit card, but I thought that's okay. I had a payment plan right up till to get that paid off by January, and then now it's all down the crapper because they decided like, no, we're not going to have you do this anymore, and you're going to pay full rent. Yeah, so there's this new kid they've hired to come over and do all this and to do my job, but he has to come in from the next city over, which is Hamilton, and so he has to drive 20 minutes in here just to put out the bins. Next morning, got to drive all the way back to put them back, and it's this huge pain in the ass. So I don't know. They're looking to.
Are you his friend at all, or
No, I'm not friends with him. I get along really well with him, but he's
how much?
just their hire monkey boy. That's all. Like he doesn't have any polar say
Oh,
in the business, but
you don't
he's
know how much he does it for?
and he's going to talk to them about possibly seeing if they can reinstate me even partially, just so that he doesn't have to do everything. So
That's so funny. That's what I was going to suggest. I was going to be like, you make
yeah,
friends with him, and make a deal with him, where you part of the job for him.
I'm going to try and talk to him. I've chatted with him a little bit this morning about it, and or last night rather, I should say, and we'll see how this week goes, right? And what happens. So if they want to do that, but
Yeah. Like I know I'm looking into a lot of extra money as well on the side because it's hard to generate money online outside of YouTube. Like even this Instagram, the what do you call it, TikTok,
TikTok.
right? Like there's really, I mean, the only money I've seen is if you get like tips while you're drawing, like tips, but I
I'm
haven't
not even
explored
sure
that
if I
enough.
can get that. Yeah, like I mean,
Same. Yeah, I'm not even sure if I get that either. Yeah.
Canada's not in the Creator Fund, whatever that is, but I don't know if on tips or things like that. I don't know, but
Okay, I just meant as far as like I don't know if I can compel somebody to tip me for drawing. I'm not sure if I could do that. I haven't explored that.
Kansas, so we could do some animation. I don't
Yeah,
know. It's going to have to pay me some pretty damn nice money to do that. I'm not sure that's yeah. The back of a move, but
yeah,
um,
it's tough.
I mean, that's the whole thing with having so much being digital. You should be able to
I,
like you
I
can send, it's so easy to send things like digitally. So
right. What do you call it? I'm looking into. I'm subscribed to so many of those channels that say like, hey, you can make money real fast. But I'm also subscribed to like two channels that review those channels that seem to be honest, and they're like, oh yeah, this wouldn't work because of this, like this person's not telling you this, like you can't make t-shirts and expect everyone to come buy them because you need a way to talk about them first, because they're not going to go there and find a link if you
yeah,
make a t-shirt. So that kind of stuff's interesting. I haven't explored UGC, which I talked about last time. I signed up for it, I haven't gone back to it, but I'm going back to it the last 2 days or so. It's where you know those commercials that you scroll through on Instagram, and all of a sudden you see somebody that says, "Hey, I'm trying this pencil or something like, or
oh
this
yeah,
little lamp," and it's a real person in their house. They pay you to do those because they want real people doing those.
oh
Uh, yeah, so if you go to Join Brands, they don't care what you look like. They want humans. Like they're not picky. If you go to joinbrands.com and sign up, I know like an acquaintance that makes, I don't know, like $200 a month or something like that. But like some people say they make more.
hmm.
And I kind of believe it. But I'm trying to do stuff right now, but I haven't filled out enough of my profile yet to really. I'm just gonna do a bunch of cheapy jobs, but I don't know. I haven't fully tried till like 2 days ago, so I'll let you know in a month because I'm gonna.
All right.
Yeah, because all you gotta do is be comfortable in front of camera, and that's pretty simple. But
Right.
it's hard to self motivate myself too.
Well, you certainly you're still cranking out the videos though, so you put out a lot more than I have.
Yeah, I do crank out a lot of videos, but like that stuff is like plants and watering, right? Like
Mhm.
like all of this is that, right? Like if I go live, like okay, I didn't post on TikTok for I think 4 days, and then I'll go back, and the algorithm's back to like 100 views, where I used to have 600 views for
Mhm.
any little thing I put out.
Yeah.
So like every algorithm seems to work on consistency, and then it starts to build up over like years, or even like not less than years, maybe a couple of months. And I'm seeing my buddy's algorithm get pretty good on TikTok now, and he's just talking into the camera, like stories, and he's trying to be an influencer really bad. But all this stuff is going to take time, and I want shit now.
That reminds me, I mentioned earlier today, earlier today about I was watching The Draftsman
Oh God, I
Panko's
forgot.
channel.
I'm sorry. I totally
Yeah, and I
forgot.
only got about halfway through it. I kind of wanted to see the rest of it. It was really interesting when they were
What's it
talking about
about?
it. Kind of getting a lot off track a lot though. But yeah, it just as artists, surviving as artists, like you go through school and you spend this money to go through school, and then
Mm.
to do what as an artist, and how to how so many artists are struggling and feeling they're failing,
Well,
and
now it's up in the air because of AI, right? I mean, it's totally up in the
yeah,
air now. Like
that's the
it's
whole
gonna,
thing too. Yeah, and
yeah,
that's
that alone's wiping
yeah.
out like a big chunk of people
So,
already.
but how can you be fresh and different and
You
still kind of
can't.
stand out
It's
when
over. No, I'm joking.
well, that's it, folks. Thanks.
It's just a hobby, and we gotta become
Yeah,
garbage men. uh,
but
uh, I don't know. Let me think about that. I
mhm,
know what we were talking about earlier relates to that, right? Your personality has to be a small
sure.
factor
Because there are
for
people
that.
that are still making money at doing art, even on YouTube. Like you look at somebody with like Jazza, who's doing very well, who's supporting his whole family and has a nice house, etc. He's doing very well.
Mhm.
Um, what's her name from Calgary? Bailey J is doing very well with
Who's
her
Bailey
channel.
J again? I think we talked about
Bailey
this.
J, she's from Canada, from Calgary, British Columbia or Calgary, one or the other. She's very, how should I put it? Very girly artist. What do you say? How do you say that? Like she's a very good artist. She just does a lot of. She's a
Oh,
Canadian artist. She does a lot of. She also does some gaming too, but she does mostly
oh,
art.
she's kind of like a stereotypically attractive girl, right? I think I'm looking her up.
Yeah, I mean she's married and she
That
has.
that, that, that doesn't matter.
She
That
does.
helps. I'm
She
not even
put
gonna.
out. I'll tell you something though. She put out a video that
Mm,
was where she went to compare all the big name alcohol markers. Now,
mm,
some of them have gone out of business since then, but she did this whole like 30 to 45-minute video, all the markers, and it went so viral. There are
mm.
millions of views on that video, and it's like about 6, 7, 8 years old now, and she's still
Wow.
making money on that. Then she did another follow up one on the different kinds of paper, and
Mm,
also did sensationally well. So with those videos, especially the one on the markers, she just went like that. Yeah, I
mm.
think they bought a new house off of that. Like she did so well
Wow.
just off of those videos. Yeah.
I think with speaking to Jazza, I think he got on very early, and that helps also. That's a factor. He's consistent, and he got on very early.
Mhm.
Because I know Jazza was not to shit on him, but like he was very whatever artist, and then he must have heard that because I feel like he got a lot better in the last 2 years. So I mean, he must have saw
So
some of the comments.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, not to knock him. He's a decent artist. He knows how to animate. He can do stuff. He has a very particular look and style to his. You can kind of
Mm,
dump on it. I mean, the guy can draw. He has a photographic memory. If you tell him make a
mm.
cartoon gorilla or a cartoon this, a cartoon robot, he'll do stuff like just out of his head. So he has sort of a photographic memory.
I mean, now, like I mean, but
But
back like
but
10 years,
but
five
yeah.
years ago, 8 years ago.
Now now the thing is, yeah, his stuff has been so I don't know, like art challenges, and he bought a 3D printer. Let's see what I can make with a 3D printer. I'm like, who the fuck has a 3D printer? And yet you're doing this stuff that is becoming a little bit detached from people. I think when you do something like that, and you have a big, or if you have a big expensive drawing tablet, that he was using for a long time, a Wacom tablet that was like a $4,000 or $5,000 tablet. Who
Wow.
has that, right? So when you start doing that, you get a little detached from people. But when he does stuff that's like, hey, let's just use some fun markers, let's do something with highlighters. That's
Mm.
our dollar store stuff. Like that stuff is cheap. You can do, and you can actually people can relate to that. But
Yeah.
lately, it's just been very distant stuff, and I'm not subscribed to him anymore. But once in a while, I'll check in and see what he's doing, and I'm
It's
kind of
just
like,
like ZHC, right? We talked about that guy a while ago.
yeah,
That's another one.
yeah,
He
they
he
had a bit of a class.
exploded like over
Yeah.
but it was such a short amount of time, and now his stuff
Mm.
is like painting Tesla cars, and it's like, okay, this is clearly for not
Yeah.
not really an artist anymore. It's like an
Mm.
entertainment to pull in like your common viewer in, I guess, like a kid or
Mm.
something. Um,
It's yeah, but I know, but I mean, who am I to talk, right? I mean, he's got 6 million viewers, and they're making money, right? They're doing it.
I yeah, I know what you're saying. I think Jazza now is closer to what I would want to do than the
Mhm.
other guy I mentioned, ZHC, where the
Yeah,
stuff ZHC is doing now is so detached from anything I even want to do.
he's getting
You
himself
know what I'm
into some crap too, because he's been like, he's getting himself in some hot water a couple of times because he's treated his
Artist bad.
whatever you call it, his co-hosts and all that he has on
Wait,
his
you talking about Mr. Beast? You talking about ZHC?
DHC.
Okay, I thought you
Yeah,
talking. Okay,
he was kind
I,
of quietly, and
I,
it wasn't as publicized as all, but
okay, I just detached from ZHC's channel. Like, I hasn't even
yeah,
popped up on my feed at all for a while.
yeah, that's he kind of pissed a few people off, and they kind of walked away from it. And Jazza called him out on him on 2 videos. He did
Yeah,
2
it's a great
whatever
video.
on them. Yeah.
Those videos were great. Yeah, I remember that. It was. I don't even know if that stuff ever catches up. It takes a while, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what's the
Oh,
comment
this
say?
is going back to something. Oh, on the class. Yeah, I know. I gotta get back to you on that. But yeah, it's going back to the
YouTube. But yeah, but anyways, let's go back real quick. Yeah, the person matters for sure. I think that's a really big deal. I think there's a few people I can think of where they're not the best artists, but like they're, I don't know, they seem so confident. I feel like I know what they're doing, even though I'm like, yeah, that was kind of crappy, but
yeah.
but it seems like he knows what they're doing, and I kind of like sitting here. Some people got like a very slow way of talking sometimes, where I think it wouldn't capture people, but it does. uh, yeah. What else? Yeah. So basically, yeah, that has to factor. It doesn't have to factor into it. You can be like Kim Jong. Well, actually, Kim Jong Gi is a great example of somebody who's amazing, who was amazing, but I think it was the way he was doing it that was amazing, right? That he's doing all that stuff right out his head.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So that
People
was
who do that are.
yeah, for something that elaborate. Yeah, I thought that was wild.
So this
But
was
yeah.
people that
So
produce.
what would you?
Videos.
So what? Sorry, you reading that one?
I haven't really. Mario Paint Super Nintendo. Oh.
Are you waging a war on Gen Z like every other Gen Xer, or?
No, I'm not. No,
I'm seeing those
I don't
videos
have
are getting to
time
me.
for that. I kind of made a couple of little joke videos that kind of took off, but I'm really not. I don't care. I was thinking of making some kind of funny video about it, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. This is not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's still going, right? It was a big deal like 2 weeks ago or something.
I am sort of on the Gen X thing of TikTok, though, has been feeding me Gen X videos, but I'm not.
I never talk about the generation I'm from, so I haven't really like. I don't know. I know I'm a millennial, but I don't know. I don't care that much. I mean, boomers definitely stand out to me, but Gen Xers don't stand out that much, and I don't think Gen Zers stand out that much unless they're touching Gen Alpha. Then they're really young. Then those people really stand out to me.
It's okay, I'm millennial, unfortunately, but I still remember dial-up internet. That was just yesterday.
I remember that. What are you talking about? I remember
dial-up was not that long ago. I remember 8 tracks.
I didn't, obviously I wasn't around for that. my father had 8 tracks, so I know what. There was a garage full of them. I remember that we got rid of.
Yep.
Record players are coming back. I mean, pretty much.
They've come back, but people don't remember. Not many people remember what 8 tracks were. 8 tracks were great for the car. If you had an 8-track player in your car, that was really handy to listen to music. That was probably the best thing for them. But yeah.
True. I think Laserdisc is more forgotten. Like I remember seeing my uncle with those things, and I forgot about those things like 10 years later. And then
movies, you're talking about CDs.
I'm thinking those giant movies, right? Like the Laserdisc, the gigantic. It looks like giant CDs.
I'll one up you on that, because before those became popular, we had the RCA discs, which were in a square case and a plastic case, and it was like a record, but they were a bit thicker, they were a bit heavier, and you slid it into the machine, it would catch it, and you pulled the case back out, and it was inside and played it like a record, basically inside the machine. And you could only get about a half hour per side, 45 minutes to an hour per side. And you had to flip it over. halfway through, we those were ours. We never had the laser disc, but we had those RCA discs. I thought they were great. The picture quality was really good for the time. It was really, really good.
There's no way Laserdisc is coming back. What are we talking
Coming
about?
back later? How?
How is that possible? Like,
Everything's
there's
going
no.
streaming. I'd like to know how that works. Unless just collectors. Maybe collectors like collecting them. That's about it.
That's actually what I was gonna say. Maybe they're really expensive on eBay right now because collectors want them.
Like,
But like,
those RCA discs I was mentioning, people still collect those. Like they're because you got like they were big disc. You got the movie poster on the front, and
those are cool.
Yeah, they were fun actually. The only thing is like a record, they would get dust and scratches, and they would skip at points.
Oh God!
And would you get these? It would skip a word or two in the dialogue or something. And
my garage is starting to look like the video store from like I don't know if that's every older millennial and Gen Xer's garage who has room. Like I'm starting to put all my stuff there because it's getting crowded in my regular room, and I'm like, I'm gonna if I could, I'd turn it into a Blockbuster Video if I could.
Oh wow, you could do.
If I could,
somebody's done that. Somebody turned.
No, they definitely. There's a lot of YouTubers that have done that. I feel like, but I don't have room for aisles, pretty much. So it's just gonna have to be the wall.
But just look at. I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah.
There is something else that happened. Comic-Con came and went. I didn't talk to you about that. That's what I was busy with.
About that. What is this user? Oh, I see. All right, because they want to censor the original videos. If you can get the original ones, you might get the censored versions if they're just But streaming is kind of, I don't know. We'll see. Because I mean, Blu-rays. Yeah.
We talked about this, right? I sent you that article. Blu-rays are not being discontinued. It is it's only one company where you record over a Blu-ray. That one company they're going to stop. So they just used it as a headline that looked, which I would absolutely. Yeah, see also. Let me say something really quick about Comic-Con. Like,
I want to know about
that. That might have been why I felt like I was on a trip because I was 100% gone for the week because it's from Wednesday all the way to Sunday, and I went every single day. I think except for the last day. I think I went to go meet a friend out there, but I didn't go into Comic-Con. But so the one thing I was shocked at was there was. I guess because I'm on Instagram, I see like half the stuff that goes on my Instagram is like AI art now. You know what I mean? It's like pathetic. It's like literally half the stuff that comes across my stream. I don't know how yours is. Is it like that too?
I haven't seen a lot. No.
Oh my God, you're so lucky.
If you have AI stuff, you're supposed to market or something as AI.
Okay, yeah, you're so lucky then. Yeah, because half the stuff I like scrolling by is like AI. I'm like, shit. Yeah. So when I went out there, it's refreshing that there's zero AI, like zero, like zero, like nothing. So I was like, oh, cool, because they kicked somebody out for using AI last year. Last year they had a booth with AI, and they literally asked them to leave, and they kicked them out. It was a big deal. And it's funny. And I think I told you about that controversy too, right? The funny thing is, it was a good artist. She just used AI to speed it up. She like kind of doodled it and then sped it up. But they kicked her out. So this year I saw zero AI. It felt super refreshing, and I was like, okay, good. I'm with my people, right? Which I guess that's what a lot of people feel like at conventions like that. Even though it's still gigantic, and there was like 100, I think it was like 120,000 people that ultimately went. And then it was good. It was great. I don't know what to say. I saw Todd McFarlane's panel there. I don't know if you were into. I grew up right when Spawn was hitting very hard in like '95, so that was my main thing. Spawn, like that was my main comic. Right when the action figures started coming out, and I never saw him speak in public, but I think the one thing I learned about him is that he's a very good public speaker in front of an audience. I mean, I've seen interviews with him online, but so that was really cool. And do you know? Have you ever seen that movie? Okay, did you ever see Suicide Squad, the second movie?
Yep.
Which I thought was.
It's not both of them, but yeah.
I thought the second one was a lot better. That's my personal taste. And I thought I like Polka Dot Man a lot. That character seemed really, as soon as his arc finished, he got squished and he died.
Yeah.
And I also that actor, he also did this movie called Late Night with the Devil. Have you heard about that? That just came out.
I heard the title. I don't know much about it, but now I've heard that title. Okay,
but that actor's starting to get around more. And so, as a surprise, when Todd McFarlane was talking, he brought that actor out. And I was like, hey, that's cool. Polka Dot Man is here. Like he's going to write a comic for I guess McFarlane or whatever banner they're under, Image, I guess. He's gonna write a comic. It's gonna be called Samurai versus Knight. You know, like a medieval knight.
Okay.
So now they were trying to pitch that, and I don't want to be rude, but they could not pitch. It did not make me want to buy it. It was just like samurais, fighting medieval knights. Like nothing they said was unique about that comic, and I
Right.
was like,
No.
So we'll see. Maybe I'll wait for some feedback on. Maybe there's got to be reviews for comics out there. Like maybe I'll
Oh,
wait for
sure.
feedback. Yeah,
I
I'll wait
really
for feedback.
didn't see that
But
years ago, but yeah.
yeah, but it was really cool to see him talk. It was really fun to be. And I was like really close. I didn't realize how close you could get. It was like he's like 3 rows back. You're like, hey, he's right there. I could grab him, if I wanted to.
Nice.
But,
Actually, funny. Actually, I'll have to come back to that.
Mhm.
I'll come back to that comment in a minute. I remember years and years and years ago at Fan Expo, which is the big one in Toronto. It's like the third or fourth largest one in North America. It's really huge.
Mhm.
And they had Alex Ross there.
Oh wow!
And I was so excited, and I couldn't go, and I was so mad. And I remember somebody telling me, "Oh, well, he'll be back again." I like, don't say that. You've just cursed it. You've just cursed it. He'll probably never come back to Toronto. There's always next year. He'll always come back again. He's never been back.
How long ago was that?
That's like over 10 years ago.
Oh my god, I have a worse one. I would say not that this is a competition, but I remember telling myself like Stanley will be there next time. He's at every one of these things, and then he died. And my sister was like, "See, we should have saw him like last year." And I was like, "Dang."
Fan Expo was one of his last appearances, actually. That one in Montreal, and those were like 2 of his last ones, I think.
He was I don't know what you call it. He was really hardcore. Like he went to everything, even up to.
Bumped into him actually.
Where?
At Fan Expo, I almost ran into him because I was helping people with I was assistant on the costume department on the big costume show, the Masquerade, and they had to move his interview location to where we were going to be having the people move into to get their costumes ready before they moved them down to the stage area, and so we were doing the photographs of everybody, and they were bringing him in, and he was coming back as I was running through, and I thought, oh, I just knocked into this old man, this short little old man or something, and as I ran by and I turned around and looked, and it's freaking Stan Lee. I'm like, oh my god, I nearly knocked over Stan Lee.
That's hilarious. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't get back. I don't know. I didn't see anybody famous randomly this year. I think people were more hyper aware than they ever were. Maybe they're just wearing costumes or something. Like there's been a lot of examples of people wearing costumes at different cons. Especially like the big ones. Do you remember what's the famous one? The Walter White one. That was probably the most. I saw him. Because I saw that guy. That guy walked by me.
Jeez,
that guy walked by me.
What's his name? Oh God, the British funny guy from Shaun of the Dead.
You're talking about Simon Pegg?
Simon Pegg. He apparently goes to these conventions and will wear a costume and just walk amongst the crowd. He does that all the time, apparently.
You kind of have to, right? If you're in any nerd property, you kind of have to.
Yeah, but he will apparently hide it in the crowd, and because there's video of him like going through these wear this costume, and once in a while with a person, if he sees somebody who's dressed like his character Sean from Sean, he'll go over and walk and make a comment or something about, oh, cool costume, and a couple of people have caught on to me. They'll hear his voice and they go, is that you? And he's like, yep.
I wonder what does he wear then? I mean,
I don't know. I have to look up some stuff. It's depending on which convention. Every convention he wears something different that he hides his face in. But
that's got to be more common than I'm sure it's more because I remember the Tom Holland one. He was in a Spider-Man outfit.
Right, yes.
This is we just started. The one I remember was Jack Black wore a stormtrooper helmet, just the helmet, and he's wearing normal clothing.
Right,
and
I heard about that. Yes, yeah.
People could tell. He said people could tell from his voice sometimes, and he had to like skedaddle, like move around, and because my buddy was my buddy who was a caricaturist ended up drawing Jack Black and a bunch of celebrities for some Comic-Con event or something like that.
I wanted to come back to this just really briefly, since I don't trust it. I've seen too many science fiction novels about evil computers. I don't think that AI is, and I've heard some people talk about this, that AI is not completely AI yet. What they have developed is a system where it's sort of learning, but it's also just copying. That's why we're seeing a lot of AI art where artists are stepping forward and saying, hey, I'm seeing a piece of my art in there or something that looks like mine. I've seen my signature on it. It's pulling all these things where it can find and trying to learn how to assemble it. But that's all it can do so far. It's not really complete intelligence or artificial intelligence yet. It's just simply learn to take things and how to assemble it in a fashion that makes something that we're describing. So that's why it pulls from photos and maybe can make like CGI, but it's not really intelligence yet. It's not there yet. So what we're seeing is just a
I figured
the world,
like
but
when
it's
I
still
see
not good. It's still
like when I see human, like they'll show like photographic humans that are not real, and I'm like, I'm sure that's obviously just a photo bashed, cleaned up. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
like there's aspects of different people in it. I don't know. I'm not as impressed by that. I guess I'm impressed in the fact that like, because like this, like it's just gonna be they're already using it for scams, right? It's just gonna get so much worse than it is now for scamming, and they're already using it for scamming, like hardcore. I think right now. So I have to make like I had like a video compilation set up, and one of the things I have on my list is to teach my mom and my dad about this sort of thing. That it exists, right? In case they get like they even have they already have apps for the copying the voice, right? That's pretty decent. So yeah, I gotta tell them. Yeah, we had to make code words up, to know it's me if I ever call asking for money or something. I'm never gonna ask for gift cards, ever, because they do that a lot. But yeah, we'll see where it is. A few generations down, that's what. I mean, well, hopefully I won't be here. Then that's from. I don't know what that's gonna look like.
Unless science does something, I don't know, to prevent aging or death, but
yeah, I think what so my friend was asking me about this as far as the artist thing, and I know it has to go through a lot of hoops and stuff with legalities. I think, just to be a pessimist, I think I know if I had to guess what's gonna happen. I think what's gonna happen is it's just gonna be like Spotify. These engines are still gonna exist hardcore, and they're gonna give artists, and they'll be able to figure out who they pulled, what art they pulled it from, and then they'll give you a couple of cents for every time they do that. And it's gonna be like Spotify, where you make very little to nothing, but you're being compensated in a tiny way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's gonna happen. That's my opinion.
We'll I can see that for sure. No drones delivering pizzas. Yeah, to people, and they have to tip. I'm not tipping the machine. I know.
I forgot about that. They just got rid of the McDonald's stuff over here. Like McDonald's had the whole one of the couple of buildings automated, and they got rid of it. So
this is so Paul. So if you answer the phone for an unknown caller, make sure you don't say yes. Swear it.
That's true. I forgot about the yes one. They don't even need that, right? I mean, they have people on YouTube videos, right? They could have a couple of I don't know. It's just too easy to do that stuff.
Imagine a Canadian answering the phone. Oh fuck yeah, bud.
Oh my god! When you get time, you should make funny thumbnails for these things, because these thumbnails on Draftsman are pretty. They're attempting to be funny.
Yeah.
Some are funny, some are not. But like, I mean, they're trying to be funny. But some are like, oh, that's pretty good. I get.
Yeah,
that's what every
silly. Yeah.
Every podcast does that, I guess. Oh Lord! I mean, Stan is lucky that he got all his money in before all this stuff happened, because like he was already, I'm sure. God, I'm so curious what he makes. Stan, if you're watching this, tell me what you make.
Yeah, I don't. He's not going to do that, but yeah,
he's got to be a millionaire. He has to be like meaning like not like a multimillionaire, but he's got to be like making $1 million a year at least. On
his company does, more than likely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he has a staff of people. I mean, there's 3 other people that do videos. Plus, he talks to what's his name,
Marshall.
Marshall. So yeah.
Yeah. curious what Marshall makes too. It's funny. Marshall was a good friend of one of my friends, but I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think they've talked in a little bit.
Didn't you say did he taught at your school? You might have had him as a teacher. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, okay, so like I went to Art Center, and that's a school in LA. It's a pretty big school in LA. A lot of people came from that school from the movie industry, and so like I think he taught there. I don't remember, but a lot of people that taught there were his students at one point, at least when I was there. And he would run like seminars like at schools nearby, and I've taken like one or two of them. I took his composition one. I thought it was amazing. And I've seen him a lot around comic conventions because my friend would hang out with him a few times. I'm not gonna say who my friend is, but my friend would hang out with him a bunch and talk about like, I guess Marshall had a very colorful personal life, which is great, So they would talk. So I know a lot of things about him as well, which are fun, like good stuff. Nothing crazy, but like no drama, but like good stuff, And so it was kind of fun to see him at conventions. But I guess my friend hasn't seen him in a couple of years, so it's been a little bit.
I'm caught up here in the chat. I hate when the drive-through cheerly says hello and I speak cheerily back to the robot. Robots don't deserve my cheer.
Oh my god.
We actually still have people here. I don't know if
that's good. Let's see how's price.
To be fair, it would be cool if Alexa, you could download it, talk like HAL 9000. I'm sure one of them must be able to program to do that, but
yeah, I'm sure. I think I know they're talking about it maybe being kind of like the .com bubble, right, where you can't make money off it for like 10 years or something, or 5 years or more. Because I know it's some of the AI stuff is breaking even as far as making money.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
Oh no, just there's a little bit of chat now between some of the members. Jim Luhan's just teasing Paul. Jim and Paul know each other. These are guys over from the Artcasters. So
yeah, like Artcasters, eh? Well, maybe it could happen. See, that was on just by the race too.
Paul and Jim are from the Artcasters.
Well, AI is going to bring back all our dead celebrities on film.
Could happen.
I want to see another Bruce Lee movie. They have enough technology.
Yeah. So yeah, I should get. That's 2 weeks in a row. I was listening to The Draftsman, and I've only caught like the first half. I'll have to go back and listen to the rest.
I'll for sure listen to the state of the art industry because I mean I have two, now I say friends loosely, right? Two people I know at not Pixar, DreamWorks, and they're telling me a little bit of stuff, but I mean they're just saying people are silently being cut out, which is what I figured, but they don't know much more than that. But like I'm sure these guys know way more people. Obviously, I'm curious how. I wish there's some way to, I don't know, put it in a graph or something. You know what I mean? Because when people sometimes they'll cut parts of the company and they don't really need to tell anybody. Sometimes, right? I would imagine.
I don't know how I feel about bringing back celebrities with computers. It's kind of creepy and disrespectful. Yeah, they sometimes you have permission from the family. They did that with the recent Alien movie, Alien Romulus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't bring back too much, but they brought back a certain character through CGI.
Oh, is it a spoiler? That's why you're not going to say
it. I won't say who, just in case people haven't seen it.
Okay, don't say it because I haven't seen it either. Now that I think about it, I want to see it.
I thought it kind of worked for what it was. I'm just going to say that, but
it's obvious who it is.
A little bit of Uncanny Valley, but I still thought it kind of worked. But I'm going to leave it.
It's going to be Ian Holm, I bet you. That's my guess. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong.
I won't tell you if you're right or wrong. I'll wait till you go.
Okay. So. Yeah, because I'm going to see it on Sunday, and then. But what was I going to say about Alien Romulus? Oh yeah, Orville Redenbacher. There you go.
Oh, did they do that with him too?
They did a couple of commercials with him. Look really creepy. Really creepy.
What's he saying? When I was a guitar player traveling through Fit in Eastern Asia, I drank half a bottle. Oh, okay. He's just him and Jimmer.
Oh my god. But what else?
One of these Wednesdays, maybe we'll have to do. I don't know how you feel about this. If you want to do like a little drawing session on a Wednesday night, I could I can.
Yeah, just reach out to me. You didn't, I
Yeah.
don't think you reached out to me for like what, a month and a half or something, or a month, like
Well, you were
because like,
busy, and I don't know what you're doing. So, but whenever you want to
well, I
come
mean
on to a Wednesday show,
that's why you reach out, like well, a few days before. I mean, you mean randomly? Randomly is gonna be hard, but
that's fine. But I'll try and yeah. But
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
we'll
let me
probably
know.
set something up. Can you set up for do you have the ability to go with a 2 camera setup? Like, can
I don't.
you
I do
or
not, but I can try to do it for many. Yeah, I'll try
or
to
can
do it
you put in
because
your through the computer? Can you put in your
I have a
tablet? I
webcam.
thought it'd be nice to do
I can try it.
because I can add like here. I just show you on my screen. Why is it not registering that screen? Okay, now it is, I guess. But I mean, I can add the screen like this. But if I can have you as well, I can add a couple in there. So,
Oh, nice.
but
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll try to figure it out for
yeah,
sure. If not, I can just hang out while you're doing it, or while everybody's doing it,
or
and Zoom
whatever.
get like.
Or if you even if you don't want to be on camera, you can just put your phone over top of what you're drawing. I thought it'd be nice to have the two of us drawing or something, right?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool. I guess it's more just the technical part. I really don't mind being on camera, clearly, but
Hmm.
even for those lives, by the way, just to touch on that, I wanted ideally to have myself in it and then like my hands drawing on those lives, but I'm like, I have to do this setup. Like it's just,
Yeah.
the easy thing about I'm gonna try to do live as many times as I can through the week, and the easy part about that is I just take my phone, boom, put it on my stand, and it's
All
like
right.
start, take 10 minutes, boom, take it off.
So for this, you still want to do this every second or third Wednesday, or how do you want to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do it
right.
every third Wednesday. Wednesday's pretty good. I like earlier personally, but like I don't. I mean, it's not like I'm
So
set in
it's funny
stone.
that it's now earlier because for the longest time you were later, and I'm now
True.
involved in another live just before this one. There's a friend of mine who does like a
Oh
Star
shit.
Trek thing,
I'll
so now
adjust.
I'm on till about. That's why I said, do you mind if it was like 9:15? Because I was hoping to be a little bit later, but
Okay, I'll adjust. I'll adjust. Don't worry. We'll talk about it, dude. If it's every 3 weeks, yeah, it's easy. It's like
yeah.
we'll adjust on time.
Hmm.
What's the Star Wars thing about? You wanna shout that out?
Oh no, it's my friend. Oh shoot, I forget the name of his channel now. He does he's a big Star Trek geek, and I was one for like a long time. Still like Star Trek.
Tricker.
But he yeah, so he started a live every Wednesday now where they discuss an episode. So it gives me an excuse to watch like an old episode, and then we come on and we just chat about it. And it's
Nice.
no, it's on there. Just see if I can find it here. He was just I gave him a shout out last week. I can give him another one just so I can just get the name of his. I know Techno Dave is his name. Oh, Dave Prime is the name of his channel.
Nice.
So
Dave.
yeah, Dave Prime. So he was on just a little over an hour ago, hour and a half.
One word.
He's got, let's see, there's 2 separate words.
Okay. Is it? It's just pictures of his kid, or that's all. Let me see.
No, he's
Okay, this is not him. There's another Dave Prime.
Words. He's just picture. Oh, his icon picture is just him with in front of a
Ron Perlman.
1701. He's got a ball cap on, and try
Okay.
Dave Prime 1701.
Okay, I got it. I'll
Yeah.
I'll follow him. I'll follow him
Oh,
from one of
right,
my channels
okay.
here. That's
So
pretty cool.
it's just
Oh, this is fresh. He just started this like 2 months ago.
yeah, he's
Really
doing
fresh.
pretty good too. He gets a good turnout for it. So I was kind of like, damn, Dave. I've known Dave for a long time, like since the days of Live Journal. So
Oh, Live Journal, Christ.
yeah,
Wow.
I've never met him in person, but we've just been chatting for like 20 years. So it's just yeah.
On Friendster, you're like, oh man, I tried to find my own MySpace, my old MySpace. I cannot find it. They wiped everything.
Yeah.
Even on the Wayback Machine, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I know. I don't have my login information. I think it still exists, but I don't think there's anything there.
There's. I tried really hard with MySpace. Like I could not. Yeah, it's not turning up. Like
MySpace.
What's up?
It's too bad. I liked MySpace back in the day. It was a shame I got bumped out by Facebook, but
yeah, they have a new version of it. I'm just saying, like they wiped the whole thing of people's accounts because I wanted to go on there and find old photos I maybe don't have anymore. I wanted to do that.
Yeah, I think some people tried to do that, and it just that's
yeah, but Anyways, it's been an hour and a half. I'm gonna stay for another 5 minutes. Do you want to like wrap it up with everybody, or you want me to wrap it up?
Yeah, I don't know what else really to wrap up, but but we'll have to. I do want to. I've been saying this for a long time, but uh, I'd like to start. Well, first of all, for the alternate Wednesdays that you're not here, I do want to start bringing some other people in and chatting. I have a meaning to do with something where I can have like a different artist every week.
Yep. Do it.
Even though one semi-celebrity artist who I've been meaning to bring in for a long time, and I know she'd be more than happy to come and do it. So.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, you got. I know it's hard over there, right? Because you gotta set everything up and get people in, and you know. But
and people are saying they're willing to come on and do it. It's just been issues one after the other each week, and the weeks go by fast. The next thing you know, it's like Wednesday. I'm like, oh crap, I'm not even ready for this. But
do you edit video, by the way? In general, you said you were using something, right?
For what's that?
Do you edit video? I can't remember. You told me you use.
I can, yeah. I've kind of learned little tricks of doing YouTube editing and that, so which is different than. But yeah, I've done a bit of editing. Nothing formal, but yeah.
I've tried that those AI editing because you can put a video in there and it chops up what it perceives as interesting clips. But I think the video I tried it for one of these actually a long time ago. But I think it's called Opus, but the video file was too big. It was just too big. I think you can't do anything over a certain length. But maybe I was using the free version, that's why. But because I did it with my drawing videos. Those are short, obviously. And my drawing videos, yeah, that wasn't worth it for my drawing videos. I'm sure for like a back and forth conversation, though, it would be worth it. But I don't know.
Choosing always come on, draw stick figures.
True.
I can have you come in and do a little, sure.
True.
But, I also wanted my friend Dawn on here too. She's a costume maker and an artist. She's got paintings and shows somewhere down in Pittsburgh, and she's the one who does the haunted house. And I wonder for ages and ages. So yeah, I want to get her on for one night.
Right. I have an ambitious project I want to do, but I'm not even going to mention it because it's too far away.
Oh, all right. Okay.
If I have any, because I'm like, man, like right now I'm trying to get what I got working. So I'm not even gonna.
I need to get. I wanted the reason real quick too that I really want to get the Saturday show off the ground. That I really want to have fun with this thing is especially I want to get it going before Halloween starts coming up. Because I've always liked Halloween. That's always been like one of my favorites during the year. And I wanted to get this place decorated and have like a big Halloween special. And I tried to do something last year that just kind of went over like a lead brick. I thought, because I've got no momentum. I have 200 viewers, right? I have 200 subscribers. I need to get some momentum going to get people interested. And I thought if I can at least get this going and then I can build up to have like this really fun kind of Halloween special. I really like Halloween. I've rarely ever been able to really and fully enjoy it and embrace it and enjoy it. And I thought I got to get something going. So
that's what I feel about Comic-Con, like where I'm like, I'm like, oh, this year I'm gonna have like a Comic-Con party, and then I never
happened. Yeah.
I mean, I did go to a Comic-Con party, but it was somebody else's. It was like a place that had, because they'll have little bar parties, but then you leave there, and I'm like, what do I want? It was like pondering life, like what do I really want out of this? So maybe do that. Maybe write it down and be like, what do you really want, and how do you get those?
Yeah.
What would make you happy?
Yeah, and it's just, but be happy if I was kind of like left alone.
There you go. Well, I mean, for this art, what would make you fulfilled in this project you want to do, right? Like, and then put those points and be like, all right, how do I get this done? And then,
it seems like noise needs to stop. This thing needs to clear up quickly because I'm not going to go on camera and do something.
Do an eye patch.
I don't know. I wanted to record some stuff, and I might just have to do it anyways, regardless, and just deal with it somehow. But yeah, it's just really frustrating. So, but I have this idea for an intro I want to do, but I need a specific piece of music. I'm trying to see if I can get the rights to it, and I'm not sure if I can, but I'd really like to. So, but yeah, so
that's good. Well, you're moving. We're moving. I just gotta keep reminding everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go now because my sister.
We're here. Yeah, we'll end it here for the night. But have a good night, Enrique. It's always good to talk to you. So in a couple of weeks, we'll set something up. So for sure. And if you're ever available one Wednesday night, you can always hit me up and we'll have you in again. So for sure.
Okay, cool. All right. See you around.
Take care.
See you guys.
Good night. And that's it. We'll say goodnight to everybody else from here. Thank you, Junebug, Paul, Jim. Who else was in here? Caleb. Caleb was in here. It was always nice to see you. Did you last through the whole thing, or did you disappear on me? I'll make sure I come and pop and say hi on your next live. So take care, everyone, and we'll see you next Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, actually, I will try and post in advance, either a short. Or if you subscribe, if you're on my Instagrams, I used to try and put up a story that would announce that my show is coming up. I want to try and start doing that again. So we'll see what happens next week if everything holds together. But anyways, take care, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.